Hello everybody, I am Chima of ChiimaTime and ChiimaTime and welcome back to my channel. 皆さんこんばんは。今日は来てくれてありがとう。Okay, so today we are going to be talking a little to a lot about Garasu or Ware, which is Keyakizaka46's latest single release. I am looking more so at the music video, the visuals and everything about it, what makes it so great, etc, etc. And I've made about 2 nearly a half pages of notes on this because, you know, it's good to be prepared, and I'm prepared. So if it feels like I am reading from a kind of a script in a way, or reading off of a page for notes and stuff, I do apologise, but this is to help me to, like, you know, get a better idea of the PV itself and to, you know, make a more rounded review. I am going to miss things. I'm not subject for missing things off of PVs. Like, this is where you guys come in. Your comments really do help me to get a better understanding of a video itself, as well as to see new things from your perspective as well. Whenever we watch videos, music videos or films, we get new perspectives as well as understanding the perspective from the director themselves. So yeah, sadly I could find no blog translations about this actual music video, but I did find a talk show that I did watch, and it gave me a little bit more insight into the PV and what they thought were key aspects of the music video. Anyway, first off, I really did enjoy this PV. So far in the year of 2018, it is one of my favourite PVs to have seen from a Japanese idol group. It is amazing, it's really, really fun. It may not be the most intricate in its storyline, but it has some very powerful imagery in it, and I have really, really enjoyed it. I'm also going to watch the PV as we go along because, you know, it's an amazing PV. I've watched it a lot already and I only fall in love with it even more. But Garasu or Ware, oh my gosh, this is amazing. There are parts of this PV where I just, like, I can hear something happening in it that you can't actually hear in the PV. Like, you know, that beginning, I can just feel that internal screaming that Hurrah Yurina has in her. But speaking of the opening note, that opening is incredible. I really love it. I love just how she kicks the TV like she's pissed off. She's had enough. No, this PV is really incredible. It's a really frantic, really frenzied music video. Like, no matter what, there is no stopping point here, and I think that's one of the most amazing things about it, that no matter what, it goes on and on and on. There is constant movement, whether it's from the actual members themselves or from the camera work or even the choreography. Like, oh gosh, that choreography, it is really amazing. That was one of the points that the members, like, wanted everyone to take note of, their dance, you know, because it's very harried, it's very desperate in a way, and it's very rough. And one of the presenters on the TV said it's a very boyish dance as well, and yeah, it's got this more boyish kind of look to it. Like, honestly, it reminds me of musicals like West Side Story and Footloose because of how, like, frenzied and harried it is. Like, the scene where Ren goes to the factory in Footloose, it's like I can see it in this as well. Like, you know, when Yurina's alone, just how she's dancing alone, no one around her except the factory itself. She just feels the way Ren did, very frustrated, very angry, like she needs to break free. She really needs to get out of her head, and the only way she can do it is by moving in such a frantic and, you know, harried way, and I love that. And the part that reminds me of West Side Story is when they all come together to dance all around Yurina, and it feels like a little bit of a gang war in a way, and that's incredible. That part is really powerful. Like, one of the most powerful aspects of this PV, and it's to do with the lyrics as well, is that this is all about breaking free from a hive mentality, getting out of the group and becoming yourself, becoming an individual. Now, the lyrics are super interesting because they do talk all about, like, how a dog has been trained, will follow along because it's been taught to do that. And here, it's kind of saying, because you're in a hive mentality, you're a little bit like a dog. and you are going to be following along with a pack, and the only way that you can get out of that pack is by barking loud enough and breaking free, breaking that glass, breaking out of your cage. And it is kind of linking people to dogs, that if you are trained hard enough, you are going to be following along with the group mentality. And I don't like that analogy for people that were like dogs, but it really works for this song. But yeah, in that scene specifically, where they're all dancing around Urena, who is, by the way, wearing a red coat, and everyone else is wearing black. So those black trench coats with a red inside versus Hirata Urena's red coat with a black insert, it's a very powerful message saying we are the group and you are the oddity, you are the individual, and we are trying to break you. And in that scene especially, they're trying with their powerful dance moves to break her, to make her join them. And at this point, Urena is putting on a very memorable, powerful, destructive performance in a way. She looks tired, she looks beaten, she looks pressured. It looks like she's about to give in and join them, but she doesn't. And how she eventually comes to in the dance is that she's the one who is turning, and she is making them fall. She is like shutting them down, saying, I'm the individual, fuck you, essentially. It's really, really cool. Like, I could be completely wrong, man, don't get me wrong, like, this is just what my personal view of it is, but, you know, she is the individual who is trying to be broken, but she is the one breaking the glass and saying, no, I'm me, I'm an individual, I'm gonna do what I want, and you can back the fuck down. And I love that. It's so intense. Like, this is a really intense, memorable, gorgeous PV. And yeah, I feel that Hirata is in one of her most powerful performances here, and I can see why people adore her, why she is the centre for so many of these singles. She is centre in all 6 of Keyakizaka46's singles, and she is a brilliant performer. She really does deliver everything with her all, and I can feel the struggle that she has here. Like, through her performance, I can feel the pressure she's feeling, like, you know, how claustrophobic she is in a way. Like, I can't help but like resonate with her. I just feel like she has one of the most memorable, beautiful performances I've ever seen in a music video, and I'm in awe of her. Like, I seriously am. But yeah, it is really amazing how such a powerful dance was created for Garasu Ware, and that we can physically and emotionally feel everything that is going on here. Like, oh my god. I've written that the PV is fierce, which it 100% is. Not only in how it looks, I love its grungy dank vibe, honestly, I really, really do. I think that it is very fitting to this idea of breaking free but also being contained, because she is in a place which is very contained. She is not outside, but she is breaking free of that. It's incredible how much beauty there is in this PV, despite how dark it is, and despite the message it kind of is bringing across, but it's bringing up a very positive message and a very strong message, in my opinion, in order to be able to actually break free, which is what this song is saying. Like, if you want to break free, you need to separate from the crowd and become yourself and work hard regardless of what the pressure is. And through this dance they're showing that, through this PV they're showing that, and I love that message. Like, this dance, it's so frenzied, it's so harried, it's so intense, and I feel like my heart racing whenever I see it. And I love that in it, Urena is the one who is the sole individual in this. She is shown to be, like, you know, casting away what they're saying. And this is a really interesting PV, honestly, in both lyrics and in look. Regarding the camera work itself, I will talk a little bit more about that. I love it. Where it needs to stay static, it stays static, but they make use of the bulk camera, which follows along the members, but also the tracking in this is gorgeous. I just love how they know where to slow the movement down, where to make the lighting just so. I just love everything about it. I love the design that they did with the costumes. I love that Urena is the one who is standing out in the red coat, but it makes a bigger point when you look into the lyrics as well, because she is that individual. And I love that everyone else is in black coats and that they are representing the crowd, the hive mentality. It's really, really amazing. Also, in terms of the lyrics, the additional little like the bow wows and hound dogs, that's fitting in with this idea of we are dogs because we have been taught to follow. That's kind of grim in a way. I find it a little bit grim, but it does represent that hive mentality really, really well. And yeah, a lot of us do follow a group, and we don't break away from it. We don't bark loud enough, essentially, when we need to. It's prevalent in a lot of cultures, not just Japan, not just England or anywhere. It's prevalent in so many cultures, this hive mentality. And I think this song is speaking for a lot of people who do want to break free but feel they can't. So that's a really pivotal point in the lyrics, I think, actually. The whole bow wow and hound dogs, and saying we can't bark because we're not allowed, we've been taught not to. This is a very forceful visual video, and though it might not carry on a storyline as such when you first watch it, there is a story embedded within. And it's a powerful story. It is just so deep and beautiful and a little bit dark and very close to home, I'd say, actually. And I love that in it they show a very visible way of Yurina breaking away from the crowd, not only in her solo shots, but also when she is basically being pressured by the crowd of the rest of the members, and when she turns and they fall, and that's her giving her like final little bye. So yeah, no, it's an amazing PV. It's aggressive, it's frantic, it's fun, it's a lot of things, and I really do resonate with this. I love it. I think it's beautiful. And I've not watched a lot of Keyaki PVs, I do admit that, but so far this is the one that I like the most, and after looking into it a lot more, it's something that I've just grown to love even more through researching it and writing about it and rewatching it and getting it in my head a lot more. So yeah, those are my thoughts on it. I'm sorry if I rambled a little bit. I hope that you gained something from this, that I've said something that you didn't really know about or that you didn't think about yet but have thought about now. But what are your thoughts on it? Did you enjoy it? Is this your favourite PV or is it not? And what do you think of the idea of Hurrah Yurina breaking away from crowd and everything? And do you even agree with me? Do you think that I need a little bit of a rain check and I should reevaluate it again? Please let me know in the comments below. And honestly, thank you very much for watching, guys. Arigatou gozaimasu. I've enjoyed talking about it, even if I had a hard time trying to find words, but yeah. So yeah, I hope to see you in another little Talky review where we will talk a lot about another music video, maybe Keyakizaka46's again, because they're really fun to actually analyse and review. So yeah, until then guys, take care. Bye.